Hello everyone, my name is Cameron, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to kind of a unique video. Give me 1 sec, I gotta add one more game to this list real quick. Alright, one more. Actually, two more. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. So, as you guys may know, I am a bit of a trophy hunter. I know, shock, surprise, oh my god. With the amount of streams I've done this year specifically just for trophy hunting, it has been exponentially insane to me. I finished, I think, 5 or 6 games on stream this year alone. Those games being recently Just Cause 3, which I just got yesterday, very early yesterday morning. I did both Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered and Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. I did Resident Evil 3, the remake of that completely. I did Until Dawn. I finished that one on stream. I finished Until Dawn Rush of Blood on stream as well. I can't think if there's any more that I've gotten the platinum for while on stream. But I've done a lot of streaming for games this year, especially. Like, streaming took over my channel for a big portion of this year. And I really wish I would have streamed a little bit more here and there. Sorry, I'm trying not to focus too bad on, like, my facial hair. I don't grow facial hair well, and, yeah. I had no water for, like, 5 days, so it's a little out of control. I wish I would have shaved before this video, but continuing on. A big portion of this year for me was trying to get up in platinums. Eventually getting to 50 total platinums. Let me go back to my list real quick. When did I get that? Trying to see if any of the games I've gotten recently are on this list that I have. I have a huge list of shit I want to get finished to 100%. Trying to see if I've done any of those recently. Okay, nothing on that list, no. Where is what I'm looking for? There we go. Getting to platinum number 50 on the 13th of October 2022 with Need for Speed Heat. Now, since then, I've actually already made it up to 68 platinums. In the last 2 months, I've made 18 more platinums total to my list. Now, granted, some of those games were pretty simple. Again, Until Dawn really only took me about 6.5 hours, and one of the most recent platinums I just got only took me about 3 days. It would have taken me less time, but I still need to sleep, and there was some online trophies, so a little bit difficult. 69 will be coming very soon, as Jesse is going to be getting MLB The Show 21. I promised him that platinum at haha funny number. So my biggest goal this year, though, besides that, was trying to clear up a lot of my backlog. Now, that started when I met Connor, my buddy in Australia, and I don't know if that's his real name, so who knows. But that started when I met my buddy in Australia, and we started kind of boosting a couple games together. Most notably this year, we boosted Tomb Raider, Doom, Paladins, Overwatch 2, Rogue Company, Realm Royale. I can't even remember what game we met through. I think it was an Injustice or an MKX boosting group that we met through. It was either Mortal Kombat or Injustice. That's how we met, was through a boosting group for that. And eventually we I think we were boosting Injustice 2 together, and we kind of ended up really kind of clicking and getting along really well, and started boosting more through other games. Literally, he's been the person who I have probably finished the most games with this year. Then I also met my buddy Alex, who you guys might know from the Derizen Zombies Bingo video, which was really, really fun to do. We do have a sequel coming up. We are doing Moon Zombies, but with the holidays and everything like that, I'm just kind of trying to let him enjoy time with his family and with his fiance and stuff like that. So it's not really like a super important thing for me right now to kind of rush him back to stream or anything like that. I do plan to stream with my buddy from Australia as well a few times in the coming year. It's just really kind of figuring out when, because of time zones and all that bullshit. But I also boosted a lot of stuff with him. Most notably, I got Call of Duty World War II because of him. I mean, I already had the game, but I got the platinum because of him. He helped me through a lot of the zombie stuff and really kind of was the person who pushed me to keep going when I was really starting to struggle with Groston House. Give me 1 sec. Sorry about that. It's fucking cooking in this room right now, so if my fan's a little loud, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of doing that because it's really, really hot in this section of the house right now, and I don't know why. I'm like sweating my ass off. So yeah, he kind of was the person pushing me to really get Groston House done when I needed to get it done, and I really hope that fan's not too loud. There we go. I think it's a little bit more manageable now that it's not inside the room with me. But yeah, and it's kind of what pushed me on to doing a lot of the Call of Duties that were on my backlog list. A lot of this year was going through games that were on my backlog and trying to get below a certain amount of trophies, which was at the time 7,500, and I have now blasted that pretty much completely out of the water with how much I've been finishing this year. Most notably, I went back and finished Assassin's Creed Origins this year, which was kind of part of a larger goal of trying to get every Assassin's Creed done before the end of this year. Unfortunately, I didn't end up hitting that goal because I got burnt the fuck out. I played, going into the start of this year, I played I think about 5 or 6 Assassin's Creeds, basically in a row, just kind of back to back to back with no real break or anything like that, and I got burnt out. I did 3, 4 Liberation, Unity basically right around the same time and just was burnt out and needed a break. And I did Far Cry 3 around the same time, which was really fun, and I haven't played another Far Cry yet because I've been trying to get shit off of my list rather than adding more to it right now. But that's what this video is about. But also, it's just talking about the journey of me getting to where I'm at on my Platinum trophies this particular year. Because I've met some of the coolest people in the world. The Dead by Daylight boosting community I'm in are fantastic. The Black Ops 3 boosting group I've been a part of for the last 7 or 8 months has been awesome and has been really amazing. Some of the dudes I boosted Cold War with to get some of the harder trophies on that were really, really fun to boost with. And honestly, I just can't wait to get more trophies going into the next year. And really hoping to clear my backlog, which is why I'm making this video. My goal for 2023 as a whole for gaming, I always try to do kind of a gaming resolution before the new year kind of sets in. And my goal, besides getting to 100 platinums, because 100 platinums isn't going to be that hard, I'm going to probably have that before the end of June if things go good. I'm going to be streaming more. I'm also going to be trying to keep my upload schedule consistent. Fingers crossed, am I right? But I'm going to be streaming a lot more and trying to get through a lot of platinums on stream as well, because a huge part of what I enjoy the most is streaming and talking to you guys while I'm going for these platinums. You guys can not only help me stay motivated to go for these platinums, Just Cause 3 is a big fucking indicator of that, because that game is a glitchy fucking mess. And I think had I not been streaming it, I probably would have lost the motivation a little bit. And granted, a big part of it was I just wanted to get it done. I was so ready to have it done for good and never have to touch it again. And I don't now, so there's that. But a big goal for 2023 is trying to not only stream more, make better content, and also get more platinums, but also just kind of enjoy getting to talk with my community while I do it. I do plan, if Moon Zombies Bingo goes well with me and Alex, me and him do plan to continue this. It is very fun. I'm very happy that With Friends made the amazingness that is the Zombies Bingo series, and I really do hope that me and Alex can keep doing it and do more, because honestly it's been very fun. Horizon Drak is one of my favorite maps of all time when it comes to zombies, and getting to play it was really fun, and getting to do it in a unique way that was really stupid at the same time was very fun as well. So, with that being said, what is on my backlog list for 2023? Now, I try to pick games that have been on there for a very long time, that I'm close to having done, or that arguably are just things that I would like to see off of there, because they're not particularly hard games to finish. It's just either I was burnt out, or I stopped playing it for one reason or another. I just realized there's another game I need to add to this list. And that's kind of been the big thing for me, is I had to look through my list and really try to figure out what games I wanted to clear off of this and like were the priority for this list. Because by the end of 2023, I would like every single game on this list to be completed. Now granted, one of these I have until February 6th, 2023 to finish, and we'll get to that one here in a second. Because I do know the servers for that game are shutting down, and there's a lot of online trophies I still need to get for it, which is why I'm in a boosting group for it. Again, PSN Profiles, if you guys need a boosting group, highly suggest it. Go check it out. It's fantastic. It's literally how I've made some of my best friendships over the last year. But yeah. So currently there's 28 games. There's a chance that more may be added if I clear through these 28 a lot faster than I think I might. Actually, technically, I've already finished one. Wasn't the plan, but I mean, I wasn't planning to put it on this list, I should say. But eventually I kind of decided, yeah, I'm going to put it on this list and see what we can do. And me and Jesse ended up finishing it the other day, getting Jesse his first official platinum. He officially has his very first platinum trophy on his actual account. Now granted, when I say that, what I mean is he has technically gotten, as I've talked about in the 50 platinum video, he did get me a couple platinums for baseball. So technically it's not his first platinum, but it is his first on his own account, which is really cool. I was very happy to be able to share that experience with him and be involved in him getting his first platinum. And also just finishing the game, because it was really fun. I'm not going to say what game it is. We'll talk about that when I get to 100 platinums. Which, actually, now that I think about it, this will only put me about... Let's see, he does baseball. That'll put me at 69. This will only put me, like, one trophy off from 100 if I do this full list. And like I said, there's only 28 games on this right now. This list probably won't take me the entire year. There's a good chance I'll be to 100 before mid-year is over. Fingers crossed. Depending on how busy my job gets and the things I purchase. We'll talk about that too. So, first up on the list is UFC 2. This is the game I was talking about. UFC 2's servers are going to be closed on February 6th, 2023, meaning that any online trophies will be unobtainable from there on out. Any offline trophies like career mode and challenges in the main menu seem to be still potentially doable, but the biggest thing is the online trophies are kind of a nightmare, especially in UFC 3 and 4, which are also on this list. Spoiler alert, UFC 3 and 4 are also on this list. I'm a huge MMA fan. I kind of have been for about 10 or so years. It's probably because I've also been a huge wrestling fan for a long time. And I remember back in like 2009, God, I feel old, 2009 playing UFC Undisputed with my brother and my uncle for the first time, and it was so much fun. And then 2010 came out, and then they kind of just went away for a bit, and then like UFC 1, 2, 3, and 4 have come out now, and it's been dormant for like 4 or 5 years, and I have all 3 of them. UFC 2 is one that I actually had to order off of eBay to purchase because they did not sell it digitally anymore. I was going to just buy it digitally on my PS4, but no, it has been delisted from the PlayStation Store, so if you do want to get this game, you do have to try to see if you can find a cheap copy of it off of eBay or something like that. I think mine was like $10 all told. It was like $4 for the game, and then the shipping and handling brought it up to like 10 total. So I'm working on that one right now. I think I started with like 2 trophies, and I have like 18 or something now. So I'm over halfway, but I still have a lot of online trophies that need to be done, which means I'm probably gonna be grinding this for the next couple days. Considering how much I've grinded this year for games, I'm so sick and tired of doing nothing but grinding for trophies. But I understand it's kind of a necessity when you're trophy hunting a game that has servers going offline in a matter of time. Next is UFC 3, as I already mentioned, this is already on the list. Again, another UFC game that I really love, and I think I got this right before UFC 4. I think UFC 4 became free on PS Plus or something like that, and I think I bought this right before that happened. It was on sale or something like that. Or UFC 3 was free, and then UFC 4 went on sale, something along those lines. Basically, I got this or UFC 4 right when the other one was going on PS Plus or something like that. I can't remember which happened. I think UFC 4 was on PS Plus, and UFC 3 I just bought because it was on sale, and then UFC 4 was announced like a week later, or like announced or was released on PS Plus like 2 weeks later or some shit. So I ended up picking them both up. I played UFC 3 for a bit, and then jumped straight into UFC 4 because it was free and it was the newest game and stuff like that. Again, like I said, this does have some harder trophies, a lot of online trophies, really grindy online trophies, which is kind of why I stick away from sports games for the most part. MLB The Show, which Jesse does for me, has never been too bad. Like, their trophies for online aren't really all that difficult, all things considered. But EA is notorious for putting very tedious, annoying tasks, and 2K is as well. 2K and EA are like the two worst offenders for this, with really difficult online trophies for no fucking reason other than to piss players off. Granted, 2K22 WWE isn't too bad. There's some difficult ones in there, but nothing I don't think I can handle. I think I can actually get 2K22's Platinum if I really try and focus on it. Next game is Zombie. This is one I'm only a couple trophies off on, and we'll get to more of those style ones later on in the video. It's mostly just beating the game on the hardest mode, the easiest mode, and killing a bunch of zombies, and then I'm done. My biggest reason for not doing this is I'm lazy and just do not fucking want to play through the game 2 more times. It takes a lot of time. If you guys have ever played Zombie/Zombie U, if you know it from Better ow, I just hit my finger. Better from when it was on the Wii U. It's a fun game. It has a fun premise. You die, you respawn as a new character. The hardest mode, you die, you restart. The easiest mode is like basically you just fucking run through and kill zombies. I don't think there's any real worry that you're gonna die there. Like, it's called chicken mode, for Christ's sake. Like, yeah. I think I can do it, and it's not going to be that hard. I just really have to put my mind to it and actually attempt it rather than kind of being a bitch about it. Number 4 was the game that I just finished with Jesse. I'm not going to talk about that. I'll talk about it later. Number 5 is Fallout 4. I've notoriously been trying to go for this platinum for a bit. I've had many issues with the game just crashing, glitching out, and having massive issues getting Far Harbor creatures to spawn. Because if I'm going to do this one, I'm not just going to do the base game. I'm doing 100% for Fallout 4. I have the DLC. I might as well. My biggest thing, like I said, is getting Far Harbor creatures to spawn. They just don't want to spawn in sometimes. And that's kind of my problem right now, is I'm not getting lucky to see them spawning in. I don't know if you can use creature cages to lure anything that's specific to Far Harbor into a settlement and then attack them there. I might have to look that up and see if that's a method. But so far, nothing I've seen has shown that as an option. Number 6 is For Honor, a game I've also had for a very long time, and really is just being bogged down by online and realistic difficulty trophies, which, yeah, that's about it. Not much I can say about that one. Go back to Fallout 4 for a second. I also have to play through the story in a couple different ways and finish the story in a couple different ways. But that's not that hard. All I really have to do is save scum a couple times and bada bing, bada boom, done. Literally doing the DLC is the harder part. Number 7, Rainbow Six Siege, a game that I'm way out of practice for, so I am terrified to jump back into this one. This was a game that I was pretty obsessed with for most of 2020 and 2021, and I don't really remember why I stopped playing. I think it was because it was like all I was playing for a portion of time, which is kind of what started happening with Overwatch 2. I get really into these games, man. Like, these games with battle passes and shit, man. I get super fucking, like, honed in on them, and it's all I play, and it damages my fucking health, because I don't sleep, because I just play these games. But yeah, it's a game I really love. Honestly, I really enjoyed the way Siege played, and I'm really upset I still haven't gotten this platinum. A lot of it is because I don't have people to play the game with, and you kind of need people to play the game with for a couple of the trophies. But hopefully, by the end of next year, this will be done. Number 8, Batman Arkham Return to Arkham Asylum. You guys watch me play through this on the channel. Basically, it's just a couple tedious tasks that need to be done in the challenge modes, and I just haven't put the time into doing it and focused to grind enough to do it. It's going to take some time, get all of them, get all the medals and shit. There's not much I can say about this one. Next, number 9, The Escapist 2, another game I played on the channel back in the day when it first released on console. Really fun game. I really enjoyed it. I actually did start going for this one earlier this year, and then it crashed, and it's what bricked my system. If you guys remember a video I talked about where I talked about one of my external storage devices for my PS4 being bricked, this was the game that caused it. The Escapist 2 bricked my console's external storage device, and so I'm down to just one because of it. I do plan to buy a new one soon. I'm just going to buy a 6 terabyte. And basically, my hope is to have most of the stuff that's currently on this storage device beaten and finished by the time I get the new one, so I can just kind of wipe the slate clean, download all the new stuff to this new one, and not have to worry about it nearly as much. But yeah, a lot of tedious shit, basically just doing a lot of jobs, playing online, that sort of stuff. It's going to take some time, but it's doable. Number 10, Death Stranding. This one I started, and it was in a period of time when I was playing a lot of games, and I think it kind of came down to the same thing that happened with The Escapist 2 and Fallout 4 and a couple other things, where my system being, my storage device being bricked, kind of forced me to delete it and not play it, and I haven't gone back to it. Lots go in this one. Lots go in the next two as well, Control and Detroit Become Human. Again, two games that are fantastic and that I have not played nearly enough of. And I really do want to finish all of these before the end of next year, which means I'm going to be doing a lot of story games, probably over short periods of time. So don't expect me to talk too much about most of these games when I do kind of do the Platinum Trophy list. Hopefully expect to see all of these games on that list as well. Although there's a chance they'll get other Platinums in between this. There are games that aren't going to go on this list because they're either A, not from my backlog from very far, or B, just games that I'm going to be playing over time like God of War Ragnarok or Assassin's Creed Syndicate or Resident Evil 2. Stuff like that that I already plan to be playing throughout most of 2023 anyway, and I don't really want to put on the backlog list. Number 13, The Inpatient, and we'll put 14 with this one, Rick and Morty, The Virtual Reality. Not two that have been really on my list for very long. Actually, Rick and Morty is probably one of the newer ones as far as this list goes. Yeah, one of the newest ones as far as this list goes. But just really fun games that I get to play in VR. Obviously, I can't play VR right now because I can't actually really bend this finger when it's wrapped up, and I don't really want to play VR with it unwrapped. That just sounds like a bad idea. So basically just waiting on this fucker to heal, and then I can start playing through some more VR. Technically I can do The Inpatient without the joysticks, but I'd rather use, I mean, granted the controller's fun to use, but the joysticks, I mean, granted, regardless, it's going to suck. I'll probably use the controller for The Inpatient. I actually have to figure out why my sensor's not reading me properly, like the camera doesn't read me completely properly, so that's kind of been another reason I haven't wanted to play VR recently. It's been very glitchy for me. Just both have a lot to do, especially The Inpatient, because I have to finish it I think 2 more times because I fucked up and reverted a save when I shouldn't have, and so now I have to do like another run as the human, and then I have to do another run as the Wendigo, and then get all the collectibles, and I think that's about all I have left. Basically resulting in everyone's deaths as well, being responsible for them. Virtual Reality I haven't played a whole lot of, but it's a lot of tedious tasks to get that one. I just mentioned this, Resident Evil 2, I do have it on this list even though it doesn't really need to be on here. I already plan to play this one, but it kind of gives me a little bit more incentive to do it. I love the Resident Evil franchise. I've never shied away from that, so this one's gonna hopefully be done at some point. Sorry about that. At some point throughout the year, and yeah, it will probably be done on stream just like Resident Evil 3 was, to prep mostly for Resident Evil 4 Remake's release, because that is coming to PS4, thank God. Next, number 16, we have Sniper Elite 4. This one's been on here for a while, and I've burned through a lot of it this year, actually. I was planning to finish that before the end of the year, but I got burned out on the game. The problem with the Sniper Elite games, while they're really, really fun, they're also very monotonous and repetitive. Like, the missions feel the same. And I just finished Zombie Army 4 recently, and it felt the same way. It's very repetitive and monotonous. I really hope Sniper Elite 5 is better, and from what my buddy said, Zombie Army Trilogy is much better than Zombie Army 4 Dead War, so I'm very excited to play through that with Alex. But yeah, just Sniper Elite 4, it's a lot of tedious shit, playing through the game on the hardest difficulty with no manual saves. It's going to take some time. Next, we have Hitman 3, a series that was on the channel for a bit, and then I kind of stopped enjoying it. I got burnt out on the game. It got very repetitive, very, very fast, and I just lost all the enjoyment I had for the game, which sucks, because it's literally one of my favorite game franchises of all time. But I do plan to go through and finish the Platinum, and probably the 100% if I can feasibly do it. Most of it's just basically getting to mastery level 20 and killing people in very specific ways. So, shouldn't be too hard. Destiny, this is one I recently restarted doing, and I've had a blast jumping back into it, which is so weird because I did not enjoy this game very much when it first came out. I recently just bought the Taken King DLC pack. I'm missing one of them still. I'm still missing one DLC pack because I thought it came in that DLC pack, and it doesn't. So I have to buy that one separately still, which I will, because I do want all the trophies for this. Next, we have Dying Light. I just recently started doing this one again too, and I've been doing a bit. I got the online trophies done, so that's good. I'm working through the following DLC right now, and then I'm going to go through the Bozak Horde DLC, and then I want to get the Parkour Fever stuff done, and then I just want to go through the rest of the main game. I don't have a whole lot of trophies. This will probably be one of my very first Platinums of 2023, well, yeah, there's probably not a good chance I'm going to finish it before the end of this year. Jesse's probably going to be finishing 21 tonight or tomorrow, I would assume. And yeah, so Dying Light will probably be the first Platinum of the new year. What a way to ring it in. Next is Black Ops 3. I do plan to stream this still. I will be streaming it sometime soon. It's really dependent on what my schedule is for work and everything like that. But I think next Monday I want to stream the campaign on Realistic and get some work done on that, and maybe beat more than one mission. My hope is to beat the mission that I got soft locked on, Mission 4, which is why I've been on such a long break from this in the first place. I honestly just haven't wanted to go back after that. And then probably 5 and 6. I want to try to get through as many missions as I can in the one stream, so I can theoretically be done in a couple streams for the realistic stuff, and then just do cleanup afterwards. Next, we have Destiny 2. I haven't played much of this one, and I haven't even re-downloaded it. I don't have any of the DLC. I haven't played this basically since I think around when it became free for PS Plus, because I just have had no desire. But I will definitely have to do it soon. Next, we have Stranded Deep, and I'm going to lump The Forest in with this one. 2 amazing, very difficult survival games that I have and have wanted to get platinumed, but just arguably, it takes time. It takes a lot of time and effort, honestly. The games are very, very strict with how you play them, and it's just, at times, it's very frustrating, to say the least. Next, we have GTA San Andreas, not the definitive version, the actual, real edition, the remaster, whatever, for PS4. I don't have a lot to do on this one. It's just, I haven't really wanted to play the game, basically. Next, we have UFC 4. I mentioned this one already. I think I only have 2 or so trophies, and I have the platinum for this one. It's basically just online shit that I haven't wanted to do because I'm bad at the games. Next, we have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, where I have one singular trophy to go, and then I have the platinum. It's literally just for hitting rank 100, which takes forever, and because the servers are basically kaput at this point, it makes the grind even harder to get the platinum and to get XP for this now. So it's basically finding a good method to XP farm and then going at it, getting it done, and then moving on and hopefully getting to 100. I think I'm only 6 levels or something like that away from 100. So next, we have Destroy All Humans, another one that I'm pretty close on, 2 or 3 trophies away from the platinum. Basically just doing challenges, and if you guys watch my Just Cause 3 stream, you know why I hate doing those sometimes. And finally, the 28th game I have on this list as of right now, like I said, more may be added, is Modern Warfare 2019. Now, I will say the biggest reason this one's on here is honestly just because I want to get a bunch of Call of Duties done, and it just happens to be one of the easier ones to do. So yeah, it's not going to be fun. It's going to take some time. It's going to be a lot of backtracking through missions. I will stream it, so there's that. But yeah, it's going to be a fun one. It's not going to be too hard, hopefully. I probably won't stream Spec Ops, but I'll probably stream the campaign stuff. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video looking towards what 2023 for trophy hunting at least is going to be for me. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are down in the comments below. If you guys want to go check out my PSN Profiles account, you can. You guys go check it out. My username has been in majority of my videos. It's on all of my streams. So that if you guys want to help boost or anything like that, you can add me. But you guys can go check my profile out over on PSN Profiles. You can go through my list, and if there's anything you guys would like to see me try to get the Platinum for before 2023 is up, let me know down in the comments, and if it's feasible, and by that I mean basically if it's not an online game that has no servers left, I will definitely think about going for it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Stay golden. Peace.